Expensive though there. All right. Okay. This meeting is being held in accordance with the New Jersey Public Meetings Act. Annual notice this meeting was published in the Union County Local Source and Newark Star Ledger. Said notice is posted in the municipal building and a copy is on file with the office of the borough clerk. Fire exits are located in the directions I am indicating. If you're alerted for a fire, please move in a calm, orderly manner to the nearest smoke-free exit. Proper notice having been given, the borough clerk is directed to include this statement in the minutes of the meeting. Please call the roll.
Councilman Petrosky.
Here.
Councilman Johnson.
Present.
Councilman Signorello.
Here.
Councilman Robina.
Here.
Councilwoman Lyons.
Here.
Councilman Patel.
Here.
Mayor Signorello.
Here.
All present, Mayor.
Please lead us in opening prayer, followed by a pledge of allegiance.
Eternal God, grant us thy help in all our duties and perplexities. We ask for thy guidance. Give us thy protection in our dangers and sorrows. Grant us thy peace. Amen.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Tonight we are recognizing the local 7-tile marble and terrazzo? Terrazzo. I've never said it out loud. Terrazzo? What's terrazzo? Oh, okay. All right, come on up.
That's what it is.
Terrazzo.
Terrazzo's terrazzo. Certificates, where are they?
Joe has it.
Oh, you want me to come?
You got now. You got a collection.
Hello, sir. Thank you. Always for everything you do.
Joe, floor's yours.
Okay, I wanted to give these certificates out, and I want to personally thank Adolfo Cosmo. We've done a lot of work at the American Legion, and one thing we wanted to do is the bathrooms. And the bathrooms were very old and everything, and it needed a lot of work done. So I talked to Adolfo, and we were able to get the tile donated, and we were able to get Adolfo's guys to come in and tile, and they did a fantastic job there. So I want to appreciate, I know he doesn't want me to mention his name, but he was the big part of this, and he got his union down there, and they did everything for free. It didn't cost the Legion a dime. So I wanted to bring him in, but as I could see, there's no one here. But you want to say a few words about your guys?
Well, I just like to thank them. I called them. It was about 8 of them. It took 2 weekends to do because we had to do the men's room one day and then the women's another weekend. And they all came down. Nobody hesitated. The first 8 people I called they just said thank you, no problem, and came down to help, which was great. Also, Cecil Tile donated all the tile for the project, which was nice of them. And we got quite a bit left over, I believe, too. So we'll probably be doing some other work over there when it's needed. But I just want to thank my membership for helping out the American Legions. Thank you.
I just want to say, come over here. I just want to say you are a prime example of love thy neighbor. You are action, and you bring that forth in our community, and we are so grateful for you and all your workers and everyone that donated, because that's what it's about, if we can just work together. But look at me. We appreciate you, and we just thank you because you...
Making me blush.
No, but good. No, but we really do. And every time, and Joe, and Councilman Joe, for you to be able to connect and put that into the community is just amazing. So thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you for those kind words.
Tina's daughter's supposed to be here. She skipped out on us. Okay, Lots of meeting minutes. May I have motion that the listed meeting minutes be approved pending corrections?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
May I have motion that bills and payrolls be not read and passed for payment?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
May I have a motion to open the public portion on agenda items only?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
If anyone wishes to come up and speak, may do so now on agenda items only.
Hi, George Ramirez, 500 East Clay Ave. This is in regards to Resolution 315-25.
George, just make sure your mic is on.
Yeah, it's on. Better?
Yep.
All right. So, Resolution 315-25. So you're naming Tag Developer as a conditional redeveloper for the property.
Fran?
So I've got a couple of questions here. On
Okay.
I'll get her.
Okay, yeah. Good.
August 24th, they stated that the low-income or the affordable housing units are going to cost them $162,000. My question is, so that's going to come out to 1.62 million. What's the purchase price, since they're coming out with such a specific figure for what the affordable units are going to cost them? What's the purchase price for the property?
I have no idea.
So how are they coming up with that figure?
I would imagine, so 1.62, what was the figure that you stated?
1.62. They said 162,000 for each affordable unit.
Okay. Fran, so this is our attorneys for redevelopment. Is that just a generic figure? Is that how much the average affordable unit costs?
Fran McManaman, McManaman, Scotland and Bauman. We serve as redevelopment council. I mean, are you referencing a number that was brought up at at the council meeting? That
I don't know
where
what number
did you
is.
get that
By
number?
Tag Developer.
And
The
where was that number?
representative said that
Where?
here.
Here.
When she was sitting here, she mentioned that each affordable unit was going to cost them 162,000.
Okay, that would be part of pro forma that we have, that has not been released yet or hasn't been. I mean, those are probably preliminary numbers. So your question is how they came up with that number?
So if they came up with such a specific number, they must be basing it off of a specific sale price, correct?
That would be part of the cost of the project cost would be included in the sale price.
So what is the sale
I
price?
don't have that information.
Okay, so how are we negotiating or naming them as a conditional redeveloper?
This is the first preliminary step in what is a lengthy process. So to designate them as a conditional redeveloper, they're designated for a period of, I believe it's 180 days. And during that time, we will be requesting certain documents from them, including a pro forma that will include the information that you're asking for.
But all this is just to be clear, right? So George, do you have any other questions? Because I don't want to monopolize your
Yeah,
time.
so I want to know also, I mean, as per the Department of Education statutes and laws and the Board of Ed bylaws, this has to go to an open bid, correct?
Yeah, so again, we're not responsible for what the Board of Ed does to this property at all. The Board of Ed can put it out for bid. The Board of Ed could sit on it and do nothing with it. This is naming a conditional redeveloper, which is a potential redeveloper. We could name them a conditional redeveloper like we have in the past, and nothing comes to it, and the conditions lapse out. We could come to an agreement, and they could not acquire the property, and then nothing happens. Again, this is a conditional redevelopment, so there's no binding agreement here.
So if there's no binding agreement, then why did the mayor and council make the changes that they asked for why did they recommend those changes to the land use board?
Because they're a prospective party, so they're one of a potential purchaser, right? And also, look, not for nothing, right? I would say, Fran, if one developer has that concern, I would assume it's safe that most developers would have that same concern, right? When it comes to
Agreed.
economics.
Yes, that's correct.
So you're assuming. So if a developer said, hey, I don't need to make those changes, then what?
That's what we do as part of the redevelopment agreement.
Okay. But you're taking them pretty serious, it's a pretty serious action to send it back to the land use board and have them change up the whole plan for a conditional redeveloper, and it hasn't gone in front of other developers. Have you had any other developers tell you what they wanted to do? Did other developers say, listen, we prefer this or that?
Yeah, there's been other interested developers. They've all had basically the same idea. I mean, actually, I think one of the other people that have been interested is the Ryan property, wanting to acquire that and make it part of their bigger project. Well, I don't know if I'm allowed to name names. Maybe I should shut up. But huh? Okay, fair enough. Yeah, but we have had other developers interested. But once again, this is a condition. This is a conditional naming, right? There's no obligation. There's no condemnation here. If the Board of Ed chooses to do nothing, then nothing happens here.
Okay. And that's it for now.
Okay, cool. If you guys want to stick around, I mean, yeah, just in case. Sure. Any other questions on agenda items only? I am seeing no one. May I have a motion to close the public portion?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, let's start off with, I'm just going in order here. Andrew, you got anything?
Yeah, just a couple things, Mayor. Something I want to note, obviously there's the upcoming election. The last day to register to vote and be eligible to vote in the general election is coming up on October 14th. As a reminder, you can register to vote online through the State of New Jersey Department of State. If you're having issues with that, please contact my office. I say every year, I don't care who you're voting for. I don't care how you're voting, if you're a Republican or Democrat. I just care that you do vote if you can vote. So please do vote if you can and become eligible prior to on or before the 14th. The other quick note, if you are a voter that votes by mail, you should have received your vote by mail ballot, or you will receive it in the next several days. If you don't, my suggestion would be that you call the county clerk's office. You're welcome to call my office and I can facilitate a conversation, but you really should call the county clerk's office. They're the ones who issue the vote by mail ballots. There are a variety of activities going on in the borough. We have several road projects that are ongoing, some that are frustratingly not started yet. The two that are ongoing is Warren Avenue and Laurel Avenue. Warren Avenue has paused briefly because the scope of work for concrete work has completed. We're now awaiting milling and paving there. That same contractor that is doing work on Warren Avenue is also doing work on Laurel Avenue. They've commenced a significant amount of concrete work on Laurel Avenue, which is ongoing. So we appreciate everybody's patience on Laurel Avenue. The third project that has stalled, very frustratingly for the borough, is Pershing Avenue. It is solely because of the contractor's inability to mobilize on that street. We have been in daily communication with that contractor expressing our dissatisfaction. As a reminder, the borough got a very early jump on this project. It is a DOT-funded project. We awarded a contract to this contractor in June. We held a pre-construction meeting in July and have since then been following up for commencement. I am personally very unhappy about this because it's something we want to be done before the fall even happens, let alone where we are now. So I can commit. I know Councilman Johnson has been very adamant about this, and it spills over into the second ward as well. So I've been speaking to the contractor, or documenting it in writing by email every day. I know our engineers have also, so we are on top of it. The contractor has committed to getting it done before the onset of in unfeasible weather, and we will make sure that they stay committed to doing that. So that is the best I can say about Pershing Avenue, unfortunately. So I personally apologize to those residents, but there really is nothing more the borough could have done to assure a project happening at this point. There are several other areas that are going to be repaved this year, one of them being, well, three of them being Madison Avenue, Eleanor. I always get Eleanor and Henry mixed up. Eleanor and Raglan Road, Raglan Drive, right? Got it. Am I getting it right? Yes, and Raglan. They're going to be that work is going to be completed by New Jersey American Water through their contractor Atlantic Infrastructure. There's also a significant amount of concrete work that they need to do. This is in the wake of a pretty substantial water main project that they were doing. In addition to that, Galloping Hill Road will also be done along that corridor, but that is a county road. But all of that will be done before the end of October, weather permitting. And at this point, I think that is it. Actually, I'm sorry, Mayor, two other things. One, the infamous cones at the intersection of Prospect and East Colfax Avenue are actively being addressed. I can announce to the public that we were able to investigate. We have been investigating it. This is just not the borough's willingness to do it. This is a situation where natural gas utility infrastructure adversely impacted our stormwater infrastructure and caused damage to it. We are holding Elizabethtown Gas accountable for the damage that they've done to our infrastructure. There is no imminent danger to that area. It is, the cones are around it to advise to avoidance of it. We would prefer the cones to stay there so that people avoid it and not further damage it. We are actively communicating, and Elizabethtown Gas is on notice that they are required to do those repairs at their cost and not ours and not the taxpayers' cost. So we're awaiting their action. We're awaiting a corrective action plan either tomorrow or Monday, and then we will proceed from there. The final note that I will also make is, after a lot of delays and a lot of further discussion about this, we do basically have Acker Park in a box today. We took delivery of about $1 million worth of playground equipment, and I would say to the public to stay tuned for a groundbreaking toward the end of this month. Shortly thereafter, the park will be closed and will reopen in the warmer weather of 2026 as a new park. And that is all I have to report, Mayor. Thank
Excellent.
That's awesome.
Rich, or any questions for Andrew while Rich is coming up?
Yeah, not a question. Can we make sure the engineers are here since they excused this one? They're here on the next one.
Sure.
Yes.
Council meeting.
Yep.
Thank you.
Good evening, everyone.
Hi,
I know it's been a minute.
Welcome
I don't think
back.
I've been here in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, it was very nice. Thank you for giving me the time off to spend with my son and his family. As you know, my son's active duty military, and we don't see him that often, so it was very nice to be with my granddaughter and my daughter-in-law. So we've only been together 3 times since 2020.
Wow.
And I know those of you that are veterans understand this. It's a bit trying.
Aw.
So nevertheless, we've been very busy upstairs, as usual. So what I want to do is give you a synopsis of the 3 months for July, August, and September. And I'll give you the final figures as of at the end of August, as far as the revenue. So total number of permits for July, August, and September is 673. We had 22 uniform construction code violations. On the property maintenance side, we had 140 violations issued with 58 summonses and 38 dispositions. So on the revenue side, through the end of August, we have $327,640 in revenue for the construction code element. Sewer connection fees were $271,794. COA development fees, $175,737. On the property maintenance side, through the end of September, $17,207 in fines were collected by the court. As far as the projects go, we have, obviously, the Hunter project is moving along quite nicely. I know I was speaking to the chief before, and the fire department did a walkthrough, and they're very pleased with what they're seeing, and it's a very nice project. It's really coming out very, very nice.
They have a retail tenant apparently too.
Yes, and they're actually, I already...
Going to be like a local market.
Local market,
Pretty cool.
smoothies, coffee, it's going to be very nice.
Oh.
Fruits and vegetables,
Nice.
very nice. The kids in the high school are probably going to love it.
7-Eleven's got competition.
Yeah, basically. 404 West Westfield, they're proceeding with their final inspections. They're still a little behind on their site work, but they're moving along quite nicely at this point. I'm pretty pleased with how that project's coming out compared to the first. We had a meeting, and Councilman Signorello, thank you so much for being at the meeting the other day for 10 West Westfield, working with Chief Farino. There were issues on the police side, which Chief Farino will maybe address with you or not. I don't know. I don't want to take the wind out of your sails. But the meeting went very well. Yeah, I figured that. The meeting went very well. My push on my side is for the courtyard. So I'm really not pleased with Capadaglia at this point because they keep giving me excuses on the courtyard. We don't have the money right now. Okay, you don't have the money, but yet you got 6,000 units in the queue in New Jersey for the next 5 years. So I don't want to hear it. That is part of the project. I basically threatened them, and they will not get any more tenant fit-out permits until this courtyard is at least started.
Good.
So they plan on moving with it at some point. I did look at the paver pattern. They did have the samples out there. They have 4 different samples. The sample that I recommended to them is one that is very conducive and very similar to what was in the redevelopment plan at this point. So that's hopefully, I'm hopefully by next month's meeting, I'll be able to give you a better answer on timing. But my hope is that that gets started this month, because it's way behind. As far as, everything else, we are busy relative to the economic conditions right now. We're not as busy as we once were as far as the new construction, but we're getting a lot of renovation permits, additions, those type of permits are picking up again. So with that stated, if anyone has any questions?
One quick note / question, maybe you know, we actually finally have some movement on the, it used to be the Optimo dry cleaning place, garden cleaners. Yeah, isn't there finally some movement on that, some demo permits or something like that? Or they responded
Demo
at least?
permits were released, yes.
Okay.
That was released a while ago. The owner's representative, who happens to be the daughter of the owner, basically cut off communication with me. And then I went to Andrew.
Yeah, so Rich,
I just went to one of you
this,
guys.
yeah, this is something that I've been getting pretty nasty with these people because it's just ridiculous. They were in while you were out. I ran into them in the in the hallway, and I'm not sure what they were doing, but they were talking with the technical assistants upstairs. So she and 2 other people were in pulling permits, doing something. So maybe you could just talk to Kim tomorrow and
Okay.
see where they are, and we can give an update to the governing body as a whole, because it is obviously it's a property maintenance nightmare.
We get a lot of questions
Yeah,
about it.
it's causing more blight than what it was before.
Yeah.
Basically, blight, let's call it what it is.
Okay, cool. Any other questions for Rich? Thank you, Rich. Ruben?
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, everybody. Got a little cold, so forgive me. First, our community food pantry is running very low, and we are seeking donations to help restock the pantry. Non-perishable food items such as canned goods, pastas, rice, and cereal can be dropped off at the Casano Center Monday through Friday between 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Every contribution makes a real difference in ensuring that no one in Roselle Park goes hungry. On October 6th and 20th, from 1:30 p.m. to 4 p.m., the Casano Center will offer application assistance for New Jersey SNAP, New Jersey SAFE, and New Jersey Family Care applications to seniors ages 60 and older. Trained staff from the Union County Division on Aging will be on site to provide guidance and help ensure applications are completed accurately. In terms of community events, we recently had a successful Hispanic festival at Michael Mori Park with live music, great food, and family fun. We also had our annual September 11th Remembrance Service, a moving tribute to honor those we lost. On September 20th, we had more than 500 residents joined us for the return of Oktoberfest, enjoying food, music, family activities, and pretzel eating contest. And last Saturday, we had our first Multicultural and Heritage Music Festival, where we had more than 200 participants in the event. Looking ahead, our 10th Annual Festival of India is this Saturday from 5 p.m. To 11 p.m. at Roselle Park High School. And the second Annual Italian Heritage Festival is on October 18. Each of these events highlights the rich cultural diversity of our community, and that concludes my report, Mayor.
How's it been, man? How's it first Deputy BA? First couple weeks.
First, this is the second day, I believe.
Does it feel good?
Felt good.
Nice. Any other
Thank you,
questions?
Mayor.
Any questions
Thank you for the
Ruben?
opportunity. I'm sorry?
Don't. Don't. People ask you about trees, potholes. You don't need that in your life.
True, also.
They didn't tell you you have to stay to the end of the meeting. See you later.
See you later.
Stephen Stash Thompson. See what I did there? I honestly wish I could grow that. I can't. It doesn't happen.
It is a skill.
It's good.
So just wanted to recap some of the stuff over the summer. We had our cool down series. I think that went very well. We had our National Night Out, which was well attended. We currently have 2 recruits in the Fire Academy that are progressing nicely, so hopefully they'll be graduating in December and adding 2 more members to the ranks. We have some ongoing projects that are going on. We did do the walkthrough of Hunter Lofts and kind of gave them some suggestions, which they they're actually taking action to make some changes that we recommended. So it's moving along nicely. We're continuing our training and visiting the different properties and buildings within the town to, further our response. That's pretty much all I got for right now.
Addition bids going out next week.
I did get an
Okay.
email, yes.
Okay,
I
good.
appreciate that.
Cool.
And all of our hose has been tested, our ground ladders have been tested. We're just waiting for our air packs that has to get us annual testing and then just the annual maintenance on the vehicles. So
Cool.
We're moving along good.
Any other questions for the chief? Thank you.
Have a good night.
Chief Reno? Who keeps calling? Was it Rupin? Somebody keeps calling you Farino. It's Freno.
Been called worse, Mayor. Good evening, everybody. So I submitted my September report. Just added one thing on there just for going into this month. The U.S. Department of Transportation National Highway Traffic Safety Administration has designated October as National Pedestrian Safety Month, which I know Councilman Urbina will appreciate. With this designation of October as Pedestrian Safety Month, the Roselle Park Police Department is affirming its commitment to working on making our roads safe for pedestrians. I believe we must be working to reduce pedestrian deaths from traffic crashes. This Pedestrian Safety Month will help save lives in our community. During the month of October, you will see a more targeted enforcement as it relates to pedestrian safety, such as radar and crosswalk enforcement. Additionally, our officers are equipped with pedestrian safety literature to hand out to the motorists and pedestrians to further educate the importance of pedestrian safety and explain the fines and penalties associated with these type of violations. Just to touch on what Rich was talking about the parking garage. So over the past month, we've had a few incidents at that location, which brought up some safety concerns. I met with the police chair. I met with all the folks from Meridia, Capitaglia. They were very receptive to everything we went over. We did an on-site inspection. All the things that I brought up, they are willing to remediate and get on that quite quickly. So that was promising. So I'd like to see some of those things taken care of, and not to get in. If anybody wants to speak about it, about the incidents or what safety precautions that were put in play, I'd be happy to talk to you further about it.
Just one real quick note. I think, Councilman Signorello, there's been some talking back and forth about, we have access to, I forget, it's like 50 or, 50 spots. So that was confirmed. It's on the ground level, so the easiest access because they don't have key fobs to go any higher. Are they using that? Are they using the deck yet?
So the deck is not being utilized currently,
Okay.
but they did go over the 50 spots that would be designated for the borough.
Okay, you guys went
They
over
talk
that.
about putting the signage up for us.
Yep.
Um,
We just gonna need to put in a kiosk or something, I'm sure.
We just have to add the kiosk, and I told the individual that we were speaking to from Meridia that the BA would be in contact with them and try to retrofit or pick a designated spot that would work best for the pedestrians and the motorists that come in there.
Okay, cool. Any questions for the chief? Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I don't know if the governing body has any. I just wanted to thank you, Chief, and recognize the fact that, it goes without saying, Union County's experienced tremendous loss over the last 2 weeks. And as professionals, we all interact with our counterparts in these communities differently, but we always we have a pretty supportive group. I know the chiefs do, the administrators do. So I know we've been talking, and I just want to thank you for reaching out to your counterparts in Scotch Plains and Cranford to try to offer them support during their times of incredible loss and struggle. So I just want to recognize that outreach, and thank you for doing that.
Appreciate it.
Anything else?
Just, Chief, just looking forward to your plans for October. That's all.
So we're going to host a meeting. I'll tell you right now, it's going to be October 23rd at 1 o'clock p.m. In the conference room. We're going to have a security briefing, and I've already done some preemptive security.
Can you send me an email as a reminder? I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Chief.
Anything else? Cool.
Appreciate it. Can I just touch upon, you guys are voting on one of the resolutions, I think Councilman Johnson is putting forth through for the pilot program?
Yeah.
We're voting that down if you want to know ahead of time.
So just to get ahead of it, I know I hadn't had the opportunity to converse with you specifically on this agenda item. However, I just want to put in play that if it does go through, or you do put that initiative through, that you just take in consideration some sort of enforcement for that particular idea. Because we don't have anything on the books right now for like parking that was between the two spots that you would designate. So if you do wind up going down that road, if we could just help us on our end, on the enforcement side, to be able to address, any concerns that the resident may say, well, somebody's improperly parked or whatever like that. We don't have anything.
Yeah, thank you for that input.
Currently to cover that.
Cool. Thanks, Chief.
Thank you, Chief.
Yep. Coach, we got your park stuff delivered. It's there. When do you start unpacking?
TBC. I'd like to thank Mayor Signorello and Town Council for giving me the opportunity to provide a brief update. The goal of the Roselle Park Recreation Department is to meet the recreational needs of our community. As part of our department's effort to meet these needs and expand community services, our department provides a wide range of programs. Membership and recreation, we have currently over 250 recreational members and growing. Recreation Department has 26 programs utilizing 11 locations. Homework Hub and Aftercare, we currently have 108 members. We're transporting and chaperoning 94 students daily. After School Care has 13 programs. Recreational fall sports and activities, elementary, middle school, and adult volleyball, flag football, cheerleading, off-season basketball, off-season wrestling, and a new youth coding program. We're pleased to report that our department has made the following changes to recreational programming. Half-day programming from 12:30 to 6, back-to-school night events for members, and parents' night out for members. We remain committed to providing the best possible care and programming. In addition, we believe these changes has afforded our community members the requested ASYC programming. The ASYC has recently hosted the following meetings: Girl Scout, Cub and Boy Scout, Back-to-School Night Drop and Go, Recreation Committee, Diversity and Inclusion, Public Affair and Community Events, CPEG, NJWOA, PTA, 5th grade parent, recreational sports teams, CPR, and AED certifications, to name a few. That completes our October Recreational Department update. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Any questions?
I just wanted to say thank you, Mr. Ranieri. You're always there, like whenever we're trying to do some type of event and things of that nature, you're always there. The recreation is always there to lend a hand, no matter who is asking and who is requesting, and I appreciate that, and I just wanted to publicly say that, so thank you very much.
You're welcome. Our pleasure.
Director Ranieri, I also want to personally thank you for your actions during the Multicultural Festival. My son, so.
Okay. Right. You're welcome. Again, our pleasure.
Cool.
Thank you.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Always.
Have a good night. Yep. Okay. I think that's it. Did I miss anybody? No, Ruben, you don't actually have to stay, man. We were just kidding around.
Yeah, you guys really made him stay?
I mean, it'd be nice if you showed some effort and stuck around, but I'm just kidding, dude. Go. Huh? Go. May I have a motion to accept the reports as departments as submitted?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
He said, can I quit now?
Oh, can you quit now? No, we appoint you and we remove it. You can't quit.
Oh.
Yeah, don't do what I did.
He'll be all right. Mr. Clerk, please read ordinance number 2829 by title.
Yes, Mayor. Ordinance 2829 is an ordinance for second reading and public hearing, an ordinance amending Chapter 19, Section 10 of the Code of the Borough of Roselle Park entitled Public Utility Poles.
May I have a motion to open the public hearing on ordinance number 2829?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody want to come up and speak on this ordinance? May I have a motion to close the public hearing on ordinance number 2829?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
May I have a motion to adopt ordinance number 2829?
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion?
Yes, Mayor. I just wanted to thank Andrew for helping me with trying to work on this ordinance. This ordinance shows that as municipal government, we do have a say, we do have skin in the game. I can't believe I seen that utility pole on a stack of crates and a rope near the train station that's vibrating the ground. It was just ludicrous to me, and it was an emergency. It wasn't time to try to muster up all the troops and get everyone involved when we just needed to take action. And so I thank Andrew for his swift action as well. So this is going to strengthen that ordinance and the fines, and now we just need executive government to enforce them.
Any further discussion?
Great work, Councilman.
Okay, please call the roll.
Councilman Petrosky.
Yes.
Councilman Johnson.
Yes.
Councilman Signorello.
Yes.
Councilman Rabina.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lyons.
Yes.
Councilman Patel.
Yes.
6 votes in the affirmative, Mayor. The ordinance is adopted.
Please read ordinance number 2830 by title.
Yes, Mayor. Ordinance 2830 is an ordinance for second reading and public hearing, an ordinance amending Chapter 2, Section 9, Subsection 8 of the Code of the Borough of Roselle Park entitled Deputy Chief Administrative Officer.
May I have a motion to open the public hearing on ordinance number 2830?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Would you like to come up and speak on this ordinance? I'm seeing no one. May I have a motion to close the public hearing on ordinance number 2830?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
May I have a motion to adopt ordinance number 2830?
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Councilman Petrosky.
Yes.
Councilman Johnson.
Yes.
Councilman Signorello.
Yes.
Councilman Rabina.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lyons.
Yes.
Councilman Patel.
Yes.
6 votes in the affirmative, Mayor. The ordinance is adopted.
Please read ordinance number 2831 by title.
Yes, Mayor. Ordinance 2831 is an ordinance amending ordinance number 2824, fixing the salary ranges of non-union employees and officials of the Borough of Roselle Park and the County of Union, State of New Jersey.
May I have a motion to open the public hearing on ordinance number 2831?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Would you like to come up and
Aye.
speak on this ordinance? I'm seeing no one. May I have a motion to close the public hearing on ordinance number 2831?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
May I have a motion to adopt ordinance number 2831?
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Councilman Petrosky.
Yes.
Councilman Johnson.
Yes.
Councilman Signorello.
Yes.
Councilman Rabina.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lyons.
Yes.
Councilman Patel.
Yes.
6 votes in the affirmative, Mayor. The ordinance is adopted.
Please read ordinance number 2832 by title.
Yes, Mayor. Ordinance 2832, is an ordinance for second reading and public hearing. An ordinance amending Chapter 2, Section 31 of the Code of the Borough of Roselle Park to be entitled Community Center.
May I have a motion to open the public hearing on ordinance number 2832?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Would you like to come up and speak on this ordinance? I'm seeing no one. May I have a motion to close the public hearing on ordinance number 2832?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
May I have a motion to adopt ordinance number 2832?
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Councilman Petrosky.
Yes.
Councilman Johnson.
Yes.
Councilman Signorello.
Yes.
Councilman Rabina.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lyons.
Yes.
Councilman Patel.
Yes.
6 votes in the affirmative, Mayor. The ordinance is adopted.
Please read ordinance number 2833 by title.
Yes, Mayor. Ordinance 2833 is an ordinance adopting the 510 Chestnut Street redevelopment plan pursuant to the local redevelopment housing law, NJSA 48:12A-1 et sec.
May I have a motion to open the public hearing on ordinance number 2833?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Would you like to come up and speak on this ordinance?
George Ramirez, 500 East Clay. So as far as this ordinance here, what's her name, Lindsay?
Lindsay's the planner, yep.
Yeah, so during one of the meetings here, she had said that the reason that this building qualified as being in need of redevelopment is because of that there's no handicap ramp to the building. Also, that the sewer system is more than 50 years old, and that the lines in the parking lot were faded, and there were a couple of potholes in the parking lot. I just want to know if that's still your stance on that?
So I think you're referencing the area need of a study that we did, which has already been adopted. What they're voting on this evening is the redevelopment plan.
Yeah, so this is part of the whole redevelopment.
Would that be a
correct?
pertinent question as part of this ordinance adoption?
I mean, it predates it. Yeah, I mean,
Well,
that
it's
was,
still part of the whole plan, it's all in here, right?
no, that's the history. So that resolution that adopted that area in need was done probably a year, 2 years ago.
A little bit less than a year,
April,
but,
maybe?
but it-
yeah.
A year.
But it's passed and done. So yes, you could ask questions pertinent to this plan.
So this plan right here.
Yes.
So the redevelopment plan, basically, so this was approved as being an area of redevelopment because there's no handicap ramp, the lines are faded, and the sewer is more than 50 years old.
Once again, that pertains to the study.
Is that correct?
Well, that pertains to the study that qualified it for redevelopment. It's not what's on the agenda tonight.
Well, I just want to make it, put on the record that there is a handicap ramp in the back of the building.
Okay.
According to the expert, there was no ramp.
Noted.
All right. Also, so basically, this property is owned by the Board of Education.
Yes.
And under NJSA 18A:20-4.2, any sale of BOE property must go through public bidding and receive approval from the Commissioner of Education. So why has this transaction not been put out to public bid, as both state and law and board bylaws require?
We've gone through this a number of times, George, but I'm happy to repeat it. This is
Sure.
not a transaction. There is no transaction happening tonight at all. There's no exchange of lands. This is setting the parameters of what could be built
All right.
in that area.
Let me ask you a simple question. What's the positive from this project? How is this going to help out the residents of Roselle Park? Or the students of Roselle Park, I should say?
Compliance with affordable housing mandates would be one.
That's got nothing to do with the Board of Education.
You said, the first question was, how is it a positive
Okay,
to the
all
borough
right,
of
so
Roselle Park?
compliance to the housing laws, which we have 10 years to
Well,
comply.
thanks for teeing me up for that, George, because I was going to make this announcement tonight, but I'll front run it. One of the things that council has been advocating for, Councilman Johnson in particular, give him a shout out, has been giving pilot money to the Board of Education. They have not been part and parcel of any of the pilots beforehand. One of the things that council's been discussing in discussions with the Board of Ed actually put in a hard ask, and they were hard negotiators. If there is a project to be done here, I guess I can talk a little bit about this because it's part of a plan and potential agreement. We would give 80% of the pilot monies to the Board of Education, which could be $5 to $7 million, depending on how the pilot's structured, right? Like, it's not an insignificant sum of money. But yeah, I mean,
So $5 million, what, over 30 years?
depends on how the pilot's structured.
So how do you know if it's 5 to 7 million if you don't know how long it's for?
Because I'm basing it off the Hunter property, which is a similar size.
What do you think the pilot money is going to equate to per year?
I don't know.
You have no
It's a guess.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, basically, each student, as per the Board of Education, the average student for Roselle Park costs about $22,500.
Mhm.
If you go by what the other apartments are rented at, it's basically 20% of this population or the residents from these apartments
Okay.
are attending schools. So if you take 20%
Where did you get the 20% figure?
from actually the Neglia, not from Neglia, from Meridia, from My Place, all of those.
It's
And the
20%.
Board of Ed. Yeah.
Okay. So there's
About 20% of the residents so
there's-
far.
80 students. I don't understand how the math foots there, but okay. Sure.
No, there's been more this year that have gone up.
Got it. Okay.
Okay.
Great.
So it's about 20%.
Okay.
So that comes out to about 10 students into the school system from this 50 apartments.
Okay.
So at a 22,500 each, that's what? 225,000 per year. Do you think the school is going to get more than 225,000 per year from the pilot?
There's two pieces to that, and I'll defer to my borough attorney for just explain this one more time, but that's not how the calculation works for the Board of Education, but Joe, please feel free.
So I think you keep confusing an issue. I'm confused, and I apologize. The property is owned by the Board of Ed.
Correct.
So the only person who can sell that property is the Board of Ed.
Okay.
And as you said, by statute, they have to go through a process,
Correct.
okay? So whether or not it is in the best interest to sell that property and allow a development is in the control of the Board of Ed. They'll make that decision. So the question you just asked was, does this benefit the school? How does this benefit the students? What is the benefit to the school? Those are all questions that will be answered and need to be answered by the Board of Ed if and when they decide to make that decision. All we're doing here is saying, here's a piece of property. If that's the decision you want to make, this is what could be built there. That's it. That's it.
Okay.
The
And
choice to
and here's
vote
the
on.
developer for the property.
Correct. Here's a conditional developer that you, the Board of Ed, can go negotiate with, that you can go do whatever you need to do and make your decision. And if they don't like it after 180 days, because it's a conditional redevelopment, that condition is not met and nothing happens.
You don't think that's an overreach of the municipality and the Board of Ed? How come the Board of Ed isn't doing all of this? Why are you guys
Because
doing this?
zoning laws are the purview of the responsibility of the municipality.
Zoning, but development,
Which is zoning, is development.
naming a developer is part of
Yes.
zoning?
Yes, that
Okay.
is where, you cite statutes all the time, that's where the statutes put it.
All right.
But who gets to sell that property
Okay.
is who?
One last
Wait,
question.
who gets to sell the property? Who makes
Board of
the, there you go, thank you.
Obviously.
I just need to just say it once.
Okay,
Thank you.
no problem. Is 441-443 East Westfield
Not
Ave part
relevant.
of this?
Not relevant to this.
All right, that's all I had.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else wish to come up and speak? Yep. Name and address, sir.
Mark Fernandez, 114 Locust Street. Hi. So, as a member of the Board of Ed, also a taxpayer, a parent, I could tell you that the Board of Ed is doing their due diligence in everything we need to do for this town, for the students, and for the overall community to make Roselle Park better. We have a property that is in desperate need of repair, and we need to know how we can fix it. So we have to plan, and that's all we have right now is a plan. That plan, whether we sell the property or not sell the property, is a plan, and we have to have it in place. So if there's any information that folks want, they can come to a school board meeting. If they have any questions, they can email the superintendent.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. Anybody else? Okay. May I have a motion to close the public hearing on ordinance number 2833?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
May I have a motion to adopt ordinance number 2833?
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Andrew, please call the roll.
Councilman Petrosky.
Yes.
Sorry, Councilman Petrosky, yes. Councilman Johnson.
No.
Councilman Signorello.
Yes.
Councilman Ravina.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lyons.
No.
Councilman Patel.
No.
Mayor Signorello.
Yes.
4 votes in the affirmative, 3 in the negative. The ordinance is adopted.
Oof, had to dust off the cobwebs there. Okay. There are no ordinances for introduction this evening. All matters listed with an asterisk are considered to be routine and non-controversial by the council and will be approved by one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless a member of the governing body so requests, in which case the item will be removed from the consent agenda and considered in its normal sequence on the agenda as part of the general orders. Please read all resolutions by title.
Yes, Mayor, Resolution 30425 is authorizing an efficiency public parking markings pilot program. Resolution 30825 is affirming the appointment of Community Grants Planning and Housing LLC as 2025 Administrative Agent for affordable housing programs. Resolution 30925 is approving the time due calculation in terms of final payment for Paul Gallagher. Resolution 31025 is approving the time due calculation in terms of final payment for Joshua Regan. Resolution 31125 is approving the time due calculation in terms of final payment for Robert Morosco. Resolution 31225 is accepting the resignation of Jerry Campos from the Roselle Park Fire Department. Resolution 31325 is authorizing the tax collector to issue a prorated refund of third and fourth quarter 2025 property taxes for 421 Cherry Street, Block 807, Lot 3, in the amount of $5,217.64 pursuant to 100% disabled veteran property tax exemption. Resolution 31425 is granting permission to American Legion Post 60 to operate a social affair permit granted by the New Jersey Division of Alcoholic Beverage Control in Michael J. Morey Park as part of the Borough Roselle Park's 2025 Italian Festival. And Resolution 31525 is designating a conditional redeveloper for the property identified as Block 504, Lot 6 of the municipal tax map, commonly known as 510 Chestnut Street, along with all pertinent streets and rights-of-way, and authorizing the execution of an interim cost agreement with respect thereto.
What are we pulling?
304.
315.
Okay, anything else? May I have a motion to approve the resolutions remaining on the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
May I have a motion to adopt 304-25?
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion?
Yeah, Mayor, if I may. After lengthy conversations with my colleague, Rabina, and a couple other individuals, I just feel like it's best for us to vote this down to a no. And then what we'll probably do is just have a survey, follow up later on with the Public Safety Committee in that process and step and fashion. So I just wanted to vote this down to a no.
Okay. Maybe I won't have to vote on this one. Okay, call the roll.
Councilman Petrosky.
No.
Councilman Johnson.
No.
Councilman Signorello.
No.
Councilman Ravina.
No.
Councilwoman Lyons.
No.
Councilman Patel.
No.
6 votes in the negative, the resolution is defeated.
May I have a motion to adopt 315-25? Is
So moved.
Second.
there any discussion?
I have just designated condition to both. Nah, you're good.
Please call the roll.
Councilman Petrosky.
Yes.
Councilman Johnson.
No.
Councilman Signorello.
Yes.
Councilman Ravina.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lyons.
No.
Councilman Patel.
No.
Mayor Signorello.
Yes.
4 votes in the affirmative, 3 in the negative, the resolution is adopted.
Okay. Reports of Borough Council/committees. We will start off with Councilman Signorello.
I just have a short report tonight about the leaves are starting to come down. Just, folks, you can't rake the leaves into the street, to the gutter, on the state, county, or municipal roads. You got to put them in a bag or a bucket for when they pick them up on whatever the part of town you're on, Wednesday or Thursday. Do not go into the gutter. What?
Thursday or Friday.
Thursday, Friday, thank you. So I see a couple people starting, please don't rake them into the street, okay? That's county road and the municipal road, and if you live on the state road, which is Route 28. Other than that, end of my report. You need to get a hold of me, jsignorella@rosellepark.net. Thank you.
Cool. Councilman Johnson?
Yes, Mayor. Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, Mayor, residents, fellow colleagues. I would like to begin by sincerely thanking everyone who participated in and sponsored our very first Multicultural and Heritage Music Festival. Your support made this milestone event possible, and together we showcase the diversity, culture, and unity that makes Roselle Park such a special community. As part of the celebration, I was honored to recognize 2 outstanding residents with our inaugural Cultural Ambassador Award. This award is given to residents who volunteer their time and talent on committees and nonprofit organizations that promote culture, heritage, and unity within our local community. This year's recipients were Shayna O'Keefe and Chrissy May. Shayna is a longtime member of the Diversity and Inclusion Committee and its current chair for the past 2 years. Some people still think it's Chris. It's been Shayna. Her leadership and dedication here has been instrumental in advancing cultural awareness and inclusion throughout the borough. She also, if it wasn't for the O'Keefe family, we wouldn't even have the logo that we have today. And so she participates in many other committees, but this was the one that stood out the most. For Chrissy, who has worked tirelessly to promote culture through the annual Arts Festival, ensuring that arts continues to be the bridge that connects residents across backgrounds and traditions. Those diverse displays up and down Chestnut annually every year is just remarkable and second to none. So both of these individuals embodied the spirit of culture, service, and community pride, and it was a privilege to honor them and their contributions. I just want to take a second to do a moment of silence for our neighbors, the kids that got hit by a vehicle driving the bikes. I just wanted to let them know this resonates deeply with me. Ever since I began to run for office, the first incident that I encountered when someone got mauled over by Dalton, and hence why Jay and I and the rest of the Borough Council have been working hard up and down Route 28. You're going to see a lot of more crosswalks being implemented throughout and stoplights if possible. So that's coming the next couple of years, so looking forward to that. At our September 24th Public Safety Committee meeting, we had one on the 24th. We reached a consensus on one important step forward, directing the business administrator to draft standard operating procedures, SOPs, for promoting from sergeant to lieutenant. This is progress because for too long, the borough has operated without clear policies in this area, and the lack of structure has contributed to grievances and mistrust. Where we could not reach a consensus was on how to resolve the grievance filed by a sergeant regarding the promotional process. In my view, this matter could and should be resolved here at the committee and council level. The borough has the opportunity to resolve grievances at the lowest level possible, but for too many committees have allowed these matters to move forward into the process, letting attorneys rack up rather than practicing true mitigation. Us as council, there's steps and stage 2. That stage isn't just to listen to the grievance and pass it on. It's also for us to have opportunity to mitigate it at the lowest level possible. I would like for mayor and council to start doing those type of things. This is what the people voted us into office. It's just easy to pass it to the attorney and just allow them to rack up costs. But without a resolution, this case may now proceed towards arbitration. I want the public to understand what that means. It takes the matter out the borough's hands. It places it in the legal system. It racks up additional attorney fees, like I said. That's not covered by insurance. Let's get that clear. Our labor attorneys are 0 for 5 since I've been up here and a little bit before me in these type of cases, and each time the taxpayer is the one who fits the bill. That's why I will continue to push to resolve matters fairly, openly, right here on the borough level before they become a burden on residents. I can't express or stress the importance of that. I feel like that's our duty when we get sworn into office. Again, your voice matters. I'm here to serve the community. If you need to get in contact with me for any other matter, please email me at gjohnson@rosellepark.net or 908-303-1519. And Mayor, that concludes my report.
Thank you. Councilman Petrosky.
Thank you, Mayor. First of all, I want to send my condolences out to Maria McGrath's family. Marie Cromas, who was very involved with the Cassano Center, and she was 98 years old. And also Linda Sagliga Graham, who was a 1983 graduate of Roselle Park High School. Okay. September 20th, I attended the Oktoberfest. On the 27th, I attended the Multicultural and Heritage Music Festival. And if you need to contact me, you get me at jpetrosky@rosellepark.net, 908-666-7821. And that's my report, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilwoman?
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I just want to share this quote. It says, "In every community, there is work to be done. In every nation, there are wounds to heal. In every heart, there is the power to do it. Marianne Williamson said that. And Coretta Scott King said, the greatness of a community is most accurately measured by the compassionate actions of its members. Just saying, having a hurting community and being so close in Union County and all these things that are happening in the world, our hearts are hurting, but at the same time, compassion is also there. And if we can tap into that and reach out to neighbors, like I said to Adolfo, and I meant it from my heart as you were standing there, being a picture of love thy neighbor is a really good thing, and putting actions out there. So I just encourage everybody, and I send forth really heartfelt prayers to the kids' families in Cranford and also in Scotch Plains, just tragic events, and we definitely are praying for you and thinking of you. So just in Roselle Park, I just want to say there's so many things that are happening and events. Just a quick note that the planters are actually going to be getting some fall flowers, right, Andrew?
Yeah, next week.
Next week. So that has been just a really beautiful addition to the downtown, and I appreciate that, and that's going to be coming. We also I was writing this down, and Mayor, I give credit to where credit is due. And in the last 3 years, I've seen so many great things, and especially in the downtown and Dowlings and the gym and the coffee shop. Those are things we have to acknowledge, like the sidewalks and the planters. Every little thing that we're doing is just always making it better, and that's what it's about. And I definitely hear what Mark Fernandez said, and that's what it's all about. We all have a piece of the puzzle, and working together and making that happen. I just want to announce, definitely for the weekend, this weekend on Saturday, the Festival of India is happening, October 4th, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. And I can't wait. It's such a beautiful event. And if you can make it, it's at the high school starting at 5 p.m. And then October 18th is the Italian Heritage Festival. Please come. We have cannolis that we're going to be handing out, and also a cannoli eating contest.
I'm not participating this year. and
right.
also,
I got to get a list.
We need to have like a medic on hand just in case, because the pretzel eating contest got a little. Were you there?
No, I was not. I was away.
We had a guy like almost choke on a pretzel. Like it was
God
bad.
forbid, please. Yes. All right. We're going to be alert.
Have a medic on
No
hand.
cannoli emergency. Okay. But we're going to have pizza. We're going to have great entertainment. Come dance with us. It's going to be fun. And just to reiterate what Rupin said, the food pantry is in need. So I'm going to try to put a flyer together, maybe some places that we can collect. So if you can just remember some individuals in Roselle Park, and really if we can bring that out. But my last note, I just want to thank the residents. I've been walking. Obviously, I'm going to be running in November again. I just want to thank the residents, everybody that I've talked to, everyone that I'm getting a list, and I apologize, Andrew. I'm sending it to you. I don't know if I should be sending it to Rupin.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But, yes, okay.
No, send it to me.
Okay. But we're just getting things done, and it's just beautiful, and to really feel the support, and thank you for the calls. And also my mom has been telling me people are reaching out to her too. So I love you guys, and I thank you, and I look forward to more. And just listen, call me if you need me, 908-726-8773, and our Lions at rosellepark.net.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Councilman Patel.
Good evening. Over the past week, I have pleasure of attending the Roselle Park Multicultural and Heritage Music Festival organized by Councilman Johnson. It was a wonderful event where we enjoy music from diverse culture around the world. The Environmental Commission is planning its next Repair Cafe on Sunday, November 9th at the Cassano Center. Residents can bring items such as jewelry, computers, small electronics to be repaired. If you'd like to volunteer, please reach out via email at environmentalcommission@rosellepark.net or follow the commission on Facebook or Instagram. This Saturday, November 4th, we have the 10th Annual Festival of India, Navratri, also Garba, starting at 5 p.m. at Roselle Park High School. Lastly, if you need to get in touch with me, please email me at kpatel@rosellepark.net. Thank you. That's it.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilman Rubina?
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, Mayor, colleagues, and good evening, Roselle Park. On September 25th, I attended the Easy Ride Recognition event at Galloping Hill Golf Course. This annual program honors schools, municipalities, and businesses that demonstrate an exceptional commitment to advancing mobility, safety, and sustainability in our communities. I'm proud to share that the Borough of Roselle Park was recognized as a Silver Award recipient, and both Robert Gordon School and the middle school also earned silver and gold distinctions. These awards highlight the work we're doing to create safer streets, promote walking and biking, and to build healthier, more connected communities. And more is on the way. On September 27th, I had attended the Multicultural and Heritage Festival. Big thank you to Al Walkoff, Rafael Simankis, Councilman Johnson for organizing the talent and vendors, to Rupin for his support, the Diversity Inclusion Committee, and to our DPW team who worked hard setting up, adding chairs and tables as needed, and keeping the event space clean throughout the day. I had residents approach me to compliment their efforts, and I'm grateful for everyone who helped make this day such a success. The following day, my family and I traveled to Boonton to visit the Railroad Museum event, where Roselle Park history was on full display with the Rahway Valley Railroad engines 16 and 17.
Oh, that's where that was from. Okay.
It was a great opportunity to connect with our past and appreciate the role Roselle Park played in New Jersey's rail history. Closer to home, road work is underway on Laurel Avenue, and repairs at Aldine Park are moving forward. Now, as election season approaches, I want to remind everyone that while passions may run high and misinformation often spreads quickly, it's important to do your research, ask questions, and most of all, remain civil. Our community is strongest when we treat each other with respect, even when we disagree. Finally, as the Council Liaison to Clean Communities, I'd like to invite all residents to join us for the borough-wide cleanup on Saturday, October 25th from 10 a.m. to noon. We'll be meeting at the Casano Center before heading out to different areas of town. This is a volunteer-driven event, just neighbors helping neighbors. For more information, residents can contact Dee DeCosmo at rosellepark.net. That concludes my report. As always, I can be reached at 862-236-0019, jrubine at rosellepark.net. Thank you, and have a good evening.
And Jay, thank you for introducing Al and for the multicultural. I appreciate you.
No problem, man.
Cool. Thank you, guys. I don't have much of a report, but I'm going to talk about this Board of Ed stuff one more time, just because I think it bears repeating and going through the full history of all this. So last year, we had a really fun year of total calm and peace. I'm just kidding. It was a nightmare year of marijuana and Class 5 shops opening up in Roselle Park. Of the 3 that were proposed, 2 of them passed. And the community spoke out against one specific location. Candidly, I was super surprised that was the most controversial location, but it is what it is. The Land Use Board passed it, and the Land Use Board knocked it down. And then we actually, which we probably should have done from the beginning, but you live and you learn, we went from 3 licenses to 2 by the council. So there's only going to be a maximum of 2 ever in Roselle Park, potentially less. One of the things that I heard loud and clear from the people, the residents of the area, was, well, why don't you do something nice there, right? Why don't you do something that's positive? So one of the potential proposals that came up as a part of this, as this very complicated deal that we all worked through, which again is ultimately in the hands of the board, would be a potential person taking that property, rehabbing it, beautifying it, making it a new office space for the Board of Education, and then the Board of Education would take that, Board of Education property would be developed, right? Helps Board of Education go into a nice new property, helps us meet our redevelopment requirements. Whether you like redevelopment or not, we have to do it. Sorry, guys. We have a mandate. What we did tonight and what we've continued done is setting the table for that. Whether the Board of Ed wants to act on that or not, it's totally up to them. I cannot stress that enough. We cannot compel them to do that. The only way that you could potentially compel some kind of property changing hands or happening is if we condemn something, which we did not condemn tonight, nor any part of this did we ever condemn it. But we did set the parameters of what could be built there, which is the table stakes you need to have a negotiation to figure out what the building's worth. none of this has been hidden. We've literally talked about it in plain sight, right? So any idea that there's some kind of like conspiracy theory, like, okay, this is the worst hidden conspiracy theory known to man, because literally I've explained this throughout the whole process, but whatever. Again, it's the Board of Ed's decision. The other thing I want to mention, because there's been a lot of misinformation specifically around this, is the idea that the Board of Ed has been, not aware of this, or people have been left out. I was invited to a Board of Ed meeting to discuss the potential of all this and talk people through how this would work. Magically, half of the board was sick that day. So I don't know. I don't know if it was protest or everybody just got COVID that time around, but feels like some people didn't want to be involved in the process, but that's okay, right? And the other piece of misinformation that I really want to mention is this is not new. I am 37 years old. I grew up in this town. This has been discussed for years. And I wanted to make sure that I could say this, and I'm going to say it on the record because I think it's really important. This predates any mayor and council here and any Board of Ed here. And there's been continuity with the Board of Ed that has been talking about this. Once again, spoke to Lauren Harms, Board of Ed member for a long time on the Land Use Board, Roselle Park guy. Talked to him last week. I said, Lauren, can I talk about this? He said, absolutely. The Board of Ed has been talking with mayor and council before me about doing something at this property well before this mayor and council. So the idea that this is some kind of like Mayor Signorello contrivance that like came out of thin air is just utter nonsense. This has been all super transparent, all throughout public opinion. There's been a couple people that come out. We've had a lot of meetings where nobody's come out and nobody's objectified it. If we want to make a mountain out of a molehill here, it's fine. It's okay. But the facts remain. Nothing is getting done unless the Board of Ed wants to get it done. Period. End of sentence. It's up to them. It's their building. That's all I have to say on the matter. Any questions from, on a happy note, trees are getting planted in October. 75 of them.
Nice.
I'm very excited about that. Most of them have been requested, those locations. If you did not request it, sorry, it's the boroughs right away, and there are some areas that need some trees, so you might get a surprise tree, but most of the trees have been requested. A couple of ones to particularly look out along county roads. They're going to plant a couple, so East Lincoln and Chestnut, replacing some of the ones that have fell. Yeah, there's stumps now that I want them gone and at least fresh.
Galloping Hill.
Galloping Hill, no, Galloping Hill doesn't want their trees. They're already
No, I'm talking
complaining.
about the stumps that need to go.
Oh, the stumps do need to go. Yeah, 100%. But the tree service is going to be out and planting some seedlings on the county roads. I think that's it. That's all I have. Donate candy to the Casano Center. Bender Avenue gets whacked with candy. There's a candy drive there. If you want to help them out, they're going to take candy at the Casano Center. I'm going to donate a couple bags. It's my favorite holiday. I don't know why you hate Halloween so much, man. I'm glad. Yeah, guys, good riddance. Okay, Mayor Seeger, RosellePark.net if you have any questions. That concludes my report. What's next on my prompt? May I have a motion to open the public portion on any subject matter?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
If you'd like to come up and speak, you may do so now. Okay. What is he being for Halloween? Yes.
Hello, Constance Quintella, 432 Walnut. First of all, for the food pantry, if you guys reach out to the student councils for all the schools, they do an awesome job of collecting food, and they love doing it. It's something they can add, so.
Awesome.
I would reach out or ask Rupin, I'm sorry. Secondly, so just going back, when George was up here, you had mentioned if the Board of Ed were to sell the building, that they would get 80% of the pilot money that went. Just a little confusing. I'm sure you guys can agree, because when you guys were voting on the pilot money for the previous apartments,
Yep.
I believe everyone but John and Greg voted no. I got you, Greg. You're good.
Yep.
Voted a hard no to that. So what's the difference? Is the council going to agree to give that? Why would they give that money now?
Yeah,
when
well,
they would do it for others.
Well, what I stated at the time, and is still my conviction going forward, is I agree. I think there should have been better planning in prior developments in consideration here, right? And just a recap of the big ones, right? Oh, there's a time limit. Do you have any other questions? I don't want to take up more of your time.
Oh, no, keep going.
Oh, okay, cool. So Meridian 1, again, like I know I just look, I'm shirking responsibility, literally predates me, right? We can all agree on that. Romarovsky, 2009, predates me. Nothing we could do about that. The second Meridia, that does have, I finished the swing on that, and Hunter, so I'll take responsibility for those. I think the problem with that ordinance that I had philosophically was the CFO and our financial planning, as we went through, those pilot monies were already baked into our future plan, right? And in all,
Or financial planning on your part.
no, that's very, very poor mischaracterization of it.
I appreciate. I'm sorry.
There's just to be clear, right? And I know it's been a little bit rougher, but the borough hasn't seen an increase in state aid in like 15 some years, right?
Okay.
The Board of Ed has, right? So while we haven't gotten state aid, we have counted on that pilot money to help offset a lot of the costs, right? Like recycling costs have doubled, waste disposal has gone crazy up. The pilot money's helped offset that, right?
Okay.
What I did say at the time, and what I'm saying now is, all future pilots the Board of Ed will have some exposure to, right? Now, this particular one.
Does that stand even if the Board of Ed building does not get sold?
Yes.
So your promise on is 80%?
No.
Okay.
It's a percentage of the ones going forward.
Okay.
The reason why I think it's so important to give the Board of Ed such a large share of this is because it's literally your property, right? So I think you guys should be the biggest benefactor. Now,
If it's sold?
If it's 100%, if it's sold, just to be clear. And the last thing I want to say is the other issue I had, so with that ordinance at the time, was retroactively, it's tough to, and especially, again, no shade to either of these gentlemen here who were in favor of it. It was also after our budget season this year, right? You have a budget season, you have it in the Board of Ed too. We can at least plan in the future if we say, hey, we're going to give 10% here, 20% here, 25% there. We can at least plan for that going forward. So you have a commitment from the mayor and council to give you guys a piece of those going forward, but retroactively, I just was not in favor of.
Can I say something, Matt?
Yeah, please.
And I just want to reiterate, back then, there was no discussion. And it was more of like, hey, we should talk about it, let's get this on the table, not like, and it was definitely more of, yes, let's go forward with it and plan. So of course, and I just want to say on the record, the reason I'm saying no, because I feel for the Board of Ed. I do hear people that are in the community in that ward, in my ward, in the third ward, that are saying they don't want to do that. So I'm back and forth, but I am totally for the pilot money and being able to have it kick back to the Board of Ed. That's
If you guys vote
against
yes.
me.
If you vote
yeah,
yes.
if that happens.
Yeah.
I just want to make that clear to you. But the reason that maybe two people didn't, maybe we didn't, is because we had to discuss it, and that was, and doing things like that, it's not going to happen. So it was not against the actual plan and the pilot. It was more of back here and behind the curtain. And I just want to say that I'm Dorothy, okay? I see what's behind the curtain, and I know. So, and I don't have a problem exposing it.
Okay, thank you.
Right, thank you.
Yep. Anybody else want to come up and speak? Yes.
Hey, Mark Fernandez, 114 Locust. So yes, the school board for most residents understand that the bulk, 55% of your taxes go to our schools. We have not received pilot money, tax money, and we are not a business, right? We don't generate revenue.
Yep.
Pilot money, whether it's $1, $1 million, that's coming not from the state, from any resource that we have, is good for students and good for the town. That's what it is, right? So we have to plan.
Yep.
Again, right? Our schools, 3 of our schools are 100 years old.
Yep.
Right? There's other plans that we might have, but, in order to improve our schools, regardless of what's happening, these are the things we have to think about. And I can tell you the majority of new students in our schools are from houses that have been sold in Roselle Park.
Thank you. I was about to
Thanks,
call you
Mark.
councilman. Board of Ed, Board of Ed, Board of Ed member. Yeah, wow, jeez.
Nice.
Meow,
Pride
Patel.
comes before the fall, my
Wow.
friends. Pride comes before the fall.
Brutal. Whew. It's like a Mayor Sigburn right there. I don't know about that. Putting time out, councilman. Yeah, I want to say, I think the other thing that's been really good about this board holistically, right, is I think you guys finally are starting to look forward. We're part of the plan. Councilman Signorello and Johnson are part of that committee, which I think is great. 2035. And I think that's great engagement. And look, it goes back to, I get, I'm going to comment on the board as a member of the public, but what I will say is, I think it's pretty self-evident, as board member Fernandez stated, we have 100-year-old buildings, right? We have walls that don't get Wi-Fi through them. We have Sherman School. I remember vividly, it felt like a sauna back then. It feels like a sauna today when you go to read. Well, you guys just upgraded the AC though, right? Something like that? Oh, really? Okay, nice. You got like an ice box in there? Okay, good. It was pretty sweaty before. But my point is, they need upgrading. And the other thing is also, which I think is a great thing that you guys did, was rolling out pre-K. The reality is, you guys have run out of space because of pre-K too, right? Like, it's a reality. I'm not pointing fingers at anybody. It's just, you have more kids because of pre-K, you run out of space. There's planning that needs to happen there. So I think there's facilities planning that you guys are in the process of, that's good work, and I think you guys actually just were interviewing architects for just this, which is commendable. So, this could be part of the strategy, or it cannot be. Up to you guys. Anybody else want to come and speak? George? Yeah. This.
So a couple things.
Yep, you gotta just name.
George Ramirez, 500 East Clay.
Yep.
The current property that the Board of Ed sits on now.
Yep.
Is huge. Every time I drive by there, there's buses parked there, there's a ton of cars parked there. That's a property that, if needed be, you can expand on it.
Yep.
If you need to build a whole new building or a whole extension to the existing building, you can do that.
Yep.
If 441-443 Westfield Ave is an option,
yep,
you're limited to what you can do. You're limited to parking spots,
Mhm.
and in the bylaws, I don't know if you know this, but if you plan on putting classes in there for students, for pre-K or whatever, you had mentioned that once.
Yep.
That you could put 3 extra classes, whatever.
Theoretically, yep.
You have to put a playground.
Yep.
Outside.
Yep.
Westfield Avenue is not a place to put a playground on.
Sure. So, sir, do you have anything else?
And also, I mean, you've got a lot of conflict of interest laws that you would be violating if you went forward with that property.
Okay.
Which,
I'll leave it up to their lawyers.
Yeah, definitely. And also, I mean, so with the proposed or the possibility of this proposed building, you're limited. With the building that you have now.
Yep.
You have grants, you have a lot of different avenues you can go with a bigger piece of land.
Okay.
And that's all I have to say.
Actually, just real quick, if you want to stick around. So what else would you, I'm genuinely curious, right? So if you were to take that piece of property, would you say what would you expand and do with it?
The Board of Ed building now,
Yeah,
510?
That building, yeah. If it was just to stay there and stay in board control, let's just say you were magically board.
Put another extension to it.
For office or for classrooms?
Office, for classes, whatever you could do. You can choose whatever you want to do. And you would still have enough space for parking, and do whatever you need to do. Just like we renovated Sherman with new HVAC and everything.
Yep.
You can do that with the current building.
Yeah, go ahead.
Did you ever go into the Board of Ed building?
I haven't been inside.
You've never been inside?
No.
Okay, because if you go inside, you wouldn't want to actually extend anything from that. But
Yeah, it's in
it's
rough
very old, and it's very steep stairs. Like, there's a lot to it that.
Okay, well, one
Yeah.
thing that I do is I buy houses, I renovate them.
Yep.
And then resell them. And you could always knock down walls, put new stairs, put new HVAC, new electrical, new
Okay.
everything.
Okay.
One thing that you cannot do is get new land. Like they say, God isn't making more land. So if you have the land, if you have that capability to expand on it at a future date, it's better to be than painting yourself in a corner with the proposed property.
Okay.
You're not going to have that possibility with the way that the proposed property
The schools,
is.
the schools. Yeah, we don't have the ability to do it, just to be clear.
Mayor,
One second.
I'm saying in general.
Yeah, got it.
Whoever has it doesn't have that possibility to expand on that proposed
I
new
understand.
building.
I got your point.
On the 510 Chestnut, you have more than enough space to do whatever you want there. And there's state funding, there's federal funding, there's a lot of different avenues that I think haven't been explored.
Well, the Board of Ed will explore it.
Yeah, correct.
Yes.
I know. But I'm just saying, like, so
So I, just real quick, you got to go in the building, okay? That building is from the 1890s. And I will spend all my time and effort, if we ever put a penny in there, to put an addition on. You got to do something different than you're telling people here to do something. You're misforming the people, the community. That place is old.
That's
fine. It's old. It has to come down.
Yeah.
It doesn't
You're
have to
just,
come
you're
down.
just.
There's no back and
So
forth here.
here's
Even
my
if
closing word.
there's no back and forth here.
My closing word is conditional. Read it, understand it. Conditional. Are you going to the Board of Ed meetings and saying the same? Thank you and have a good night.
Yes, I am. Thank you.
Thanks, Councilman. Thank you, George. Thank you, George. Thank you.
So my point is,
I'm sorry, you're out of time. I know.
you
Yeah.
can fix it.
Yep, thank you.
It's fixable. Thank you.
Yep. Anyone else? Adolfo, you can come up. I also just want to state for the record, though, and I think what Councilman Signorella is saying, I hear what the public's saying about not wanting to have kids on Westfield Avenue, which is why I think there's been ideas there. But if a swap does happen, I think it should be office buildings. But if you think that Westfield Avenue is a bad idea to have kids, then I encourage you to go walk to the train station at 6:30 in the morning, between 6:30 in the morning and 8:30 in the morning at that intersection, like I do to go to the city, right? Because it's a death trap. As a matter of fact, one thing that I was just talking about beforehand is I'd like to put a three-way light there. Westfield Avenue is a county highway, Chestnut Street's or Westfield Avenue is a state highway, Chestnut Street's a county highway, and that intersection between people going to the train, people going to other schools, it is a death trap. So as strongly, and I hear concerns for the students. George, for all, we can kick rocks like back and forth. I agree with you 100%, but I feel as passionately as you that is not a place for kids. Period. Adolfo, please.
All right, I just want to let everyone know.
Oh, name and address, please, for the record.
Adolfo de Cosmo, 531 Spruce Street. On May 20th, 2025, I inquired on that piece of property. I have right here in my hand a letter from the Board of Education President. Hello, Mr. de Cosmo. The board has not taken any formal action to sell the administration office property. It bears noted that the sale of any property owned by the Board of Education generally requires advertisement and sale of the highest bidder. The board has not taken any formal action under this provision regarding the administration office property, and there is no such plans to do so at present. So everybody that's over here saying something, they are not selling it. It is right here. You can see my email. I inquired on this building, all right? They are not selling it. Just to clear everybody's mind. That's all I have to say.
Thank you, Adolfo. And if they choose to do in the future, they have the right to. Anybody else? I'm seeing no one. May I have a motion to close the public portion on any subject matter?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
May I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Everybody have a good night.